Hi everyone, it's Diane, Lucky Gardenia, Dashboard Confessional, and Elvis is in the building, so we're good to go. And I think I can tell y'all that this is not going to be an action-packed video. Really had no intention of doing this, but I haven't posted anything in over 4 weeks, I don't think, and I think I got the last 3 days, like 3 hours of sleep each day. Kind of, I'll back it up on why that is. But this is all I threw it together, just workout tights and a gray top with a pink kind of sweatshirt over it. And, oh, I do have on some really cute Converse that are high tops, black with embroidery. Adorable. They are adorable. I can't get my foot up here to show you, but it is, take my word for it, really cute. Let me back up and tell you why this time around I'm not sleeping very well. Last week I went with my friends to happy hour, the once a month thing, and it had been delayed because we had heavy icing here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we were pretty much ice snowed in for, I think it started on a Wednesday, Thursday. The schools, they basically shut down way in advance. They just knew it was coming, and it actually did happen. I don't think I left my house for probably 6 days. So, you know, I went to the grocery store and got everything I needed. And anyway, so the happy hour was supposed to be on that Thursday. Well, they postponed it. So it was last week, and we had such a good time. I ended up getting home later than normal. I think I got home around 11:30ish, and Hazel was there waiting at the door for me, and she, you know, she's not used to me leaving too much, so I thought, you know, she was kind of acting a little bit more needy or, you know, clingy. And when we went to bed, she literally was like lunging, you know, throwing herself at me, just on top of me, just, you know, like trying to get my attention. And then she started panting, which is never a good sign. And back when Lucy was getting ill, almost a year ago, I think she started in March. Anyway, that panting where you know they're not feeling well. I did take her temperature, no temperature. She was shaking her head a lot, and I did notice she was trying to, you know, with her back leg, trying to scratch her ears. And so I'm thinking, okay, it's either pugs get yeast infections in the ear or ear infection. And I had some meds for the yeast in the ear, and so I did my best trying to manage that, kept checking her temperature. This is since Thursday night. And she was scratching herself so much that she ended up with an open scratch, you know, on the base of her ear. And I thought, this, you know, what I'm doing is not working. I had, you know, Neosporin and different things trying to, you know, take care of the wound that she opened up trying to itch her ears. Finally, I just got a bandana and rolled it up and put it around her collar-ish area so she couldn't get her puggy leg up there to scratch it. And at that point, I knew, oh, I'm kind of uncomfortable here, guys, sorry. Knew needed to get to the vet. And I started going to my daughter's vet, but it's way, you know, it's close to Fort Worth, and it's a drive. It's a drive. But I was not going to take her to the goofball that I took Lucy to, which was one of the most expensive veterinary clinics that I've ever been to, and not not good in my opinion. So I go online and there's only one appointment, and it was for yesterday at 4, which is like business, high travel time, which, with me after the wreck having PSTD, that's not a time I would gravitate to. But, and I had a phone call with my financial planner. But I had to fit it all in, and believe it or not, and Brenda, my friend Brenda, if you're out there, if you ever watch this, I did make it on time. I did make it. I'm always running late, but I made it to the vet on time. And she did have an ear infection and had a couple of things that they checked out. And I said, I think we need to weigh her. I have Sentinel, which handles flea and tick that I use. That was, I had purchased a whole year's worth for Lucy, and she passed away. And when I adopted Hazel, she was 17, 18 pounds. Well, I knew she had gotten more bodacious, and because when she won't cooperate and come up the stairs after we've been outside, I have to pick her up. And I know I'm getting weaker, but I'm like, you are not that long. And Henry, a couple years back, was like 33 pounds. And I'm like, I know you're over 25 pounds. So I was, just hit me that, she probably needs to be on a stronger dose or bigger dose of the heartworm. So got that taken care of. She weighs 30-pound, guys. So I don't think any girl, even a pug, does not like to hear, girlfriend, you need to go on a diet. But I think I'm going to back off the little treats. And believe it or not, I've been, feeding, had been feeding all my dogs Natural Balance. I think it's Dick Van Patten, grain-free. It's bison and sweet potato. And it has some type of mineral or vitamin in there that they do that's supposed to help with the heart, which I think they get from grains. Well, from talking to this new vet, it wasn't the one that helped me with Lucy, but she was saying, you really don't want to be on a grain-free diet. And she gave me some information to look into. So I got this big bag of probably 24 pounds worth of Natural Balance. So we're going to work through that. But, her little treats have grain in it. So it's not like she's not getting, any grains at all. And Lucy was on it for, over 10 years. So, but we'll work towards that. I'll when I go for the next bag, we'll kind of mix it up a little bit and switch her over. But, the most interesting, I don't know, those that have dogs, what kind of treats do your dogs like? She likes, it's Old Roy, which is not good dog food, but they have these little treats, and she loves the cheese ones. But the cheese ones, they have very few in the whole box. But that's her favorite flavor. And then there's another one that's more nutritional. It's got blueberries, antioxidants in it, molasses, and a bunch of stuff I would never think to put in a doggy treat. But she likes those. So when I'm bringing her inside and she's not wanting to come, I have to say, treats, blueberries. And you say blueberries and she's most of the time on it. So, anyway, she was not very happy with me leaving the house. Neither one of us have been sleeping very well, and she's just needs a little bit more hands-on. Just when you're not feeling good, you want your mom there. So I've got to hurry up and get back over there. I'm trying to think if anything's exciting. I think I told y'all that I ended up canceling my membership to Weight Watchers. And anyway, I'm on some medication. I do think that, God, it's getting hot in here. That one of the effects of it is that you don't eat as much. You get satisfied quicker. So I think slowly that maybe I have lost maybe a couple of pounds in the last 2 months. But if I can just keep on a little bit slow and get a little bit leaner, I think I'd be happy. And ended up canceling my hula and belly dancing because they weren't going to do online classes anymore. So I've been doing ballet. I have been doing it. I've got several different online resources that I pay for, and then there's some on YouTube. And some ballet companies do ballet bar for seniors or beginners. And so very interested in that. So I'm actually doing that, guys. And I didn't get it in yesterday just because of my appointment. And then the vet after that, and just lack of sleep. So we went to bed pretty early. But then I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And anyway, not exciting. So I'll quit talking about that. But trying to think what else. Cricut, I have started doing some cross stitch. Ripley's, believe it or not. I think you left me a comment saying that we need to do a stitch along, so we need to figure out some type of pattern that we both like to do, and I think that would be a great idea. And I think there may be somebody else that watches this video that does cross stitch. So if that's the case, if we do it, I'll talk about it and get other people maybe involved. That would be fun. And I've been doing some just playing around with my watercolors. There's a great YouTube channel, Chris Pateri, I think it's Petri. He does a watercolor painting, and he does some of his videos are for very beginners, and he uses just the the watercolor set that you used in elementary school, the praying, and he actually makes some good paintings at it. But he was saying how to do swatches and to do it a lot, so it just becomes second nature on how your paint strokes are. So I've been playing around just doing palettes of watercolor, and it really is very relaxing. So been doing that, been watching some of the Olympics, and the women's, all the controversy with the figure skater that doping results came out after the fact, after they won team gold. And it's just kind of interesting how over the last 2 weeks how the information's kind of getting leaked out, that it wasn't just the one banned substance that supposedly, I guess they came up with, that she got cross-contamination from her grandfather. And this probably is just my cynical brain, but they had mentioned investigating the coaches, the parents, because it's not something a child or a 15-year-old's going to come up with. So they probably didn't want that to happen, so they were going to blame it on the grandfather. Well, then I guess the New York Times ended up breaking the news that I guess they got the notes to the arbitration or whatever, the court proceedings, that was going to decide whether she could continue on at the Olympics, that not only was that substance, but there were 2 other substances that aren't actually banned, but they do the same thing that heart medication does. And overall, it gives you more stamina, recovery time. You can perform better. It's performance enhancing. And so, the kind of the excuse that, sorry, I drank some water after my grandfather, so I got some of his medication in me. Doesn't really hold up when you're taking 2 other medications that do the same thing. So it's kind of like this cocktail to help with improved performance. So I understand that she's 15, she's almost 16, but my thought is, and I think it's one of those things you're either going to feel one way or the other. I think if you're old enough to be at the Olympics, you're old enough to follow the rules. And from listening to some of the other skaters that skated since they were very, very young, they know that you have to check even when you get a cold medication, can I take something? Is it going to show up as a banned substance in here? I think one of the former ice skaters from the U.S. said that she wouldn't even eat a bagel with poppy seeds on it. And, it's just something that's ingrained when you're in that elite sport. And it's well known. And so it's interesting. It's going to be, I guess, all worked out after the fact. And the medals will be awarded after the fact. And, yeah, it's unfortunate for the other women or girls or whoever wins not to have the medal ceremony, but I do understand that they don't want to award medals, and then let's say that I think her name's Kamala ends up getting disqualified, and then trying to retrieve all those medals and then redistribute, send your silver back and we'll give you a gold. That would be a little... The whole thing is just unfortunate, very unfortunate. But that's about all the news I've been following. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I know I'm boring you to death. I really have nothing too exciting going on, but I'm pretty sleepy, so I think I'm going to stop by Walmart, grab a couple of things that I need real quick, and then get home to Hazel, because I think she's going to need me around just to keep an eye on her and help her recover. Hopefully she'll feel better pretty soon. But hope all of you are doing well. Hope you had a good Valentine's Day. And hey guys, we're almost into March, almost spring. Can you believe it? I mean, this is crazy. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. Hope your families are well. My youngest daughter just had her birthday, and my 2, Robin and Jen, went to Vegas. So they celebrated, we believe in celebrating for at least a week, or, in some cases a month is warranted. But they had a good time. I think I texted Jen and I said, did you have a good time? She's like, yeah, I got some sleep. And it's like, I'm like, did you get sick while you were there? She's like, no, we just had too much fun. So that's a good sign. And anyway, there's quite a few February birthdays, at least in my family. So anyone out there having a birthday this month, Brenda, I know you had your Valentine's birthday. 2 or 3, 2 of my nieces are February also, Jennifer, and then I think a grandniece. So there you go. Anyway, jumping back to the snow, I gave one of the things Robin wanted for Isabella for Christmas was a heavy duty coat with a hood, lined really well for winter, and from Old Navy, and she got to wear that when it snowed. So not enough snow to build a snowman, but she got out there, and she probably wondered what the heck this is. But anyway, I think that's about it. Just wanted to say hi. I am alive and kicking, and thanks if you've gotten to this point in this video, thank you. If you have any interest in knowing when I put up a video, subscribe. This last time I lost 2 subscribers, and that just happened, so I'll just roll with it, and if I'll just continue to make these quick little videos and say hi from Dallas. Anyway, peace out.